And here we are. Hello there, welcome back. This is the KBeatBot podcast, episode 3. And, it was meant to be a little bit more exciting today. We were meant to have a guest come on, but she actually bailed. She said to me, look, I've got a very little reputation, okay, and I can't lose that by going on the worst podcast in the world. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. So she's decided to bail. I can understand that. So yes, Ghislaine Maxwell will not be going on the podcast today. It will be me, unfortunately, just talking. But it will be a little bit more cheery than the previous 2 podcasts. I think I can't keep moaning about everything and making everything depressing. So today it's going to be a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more fun. So just give you a breakdown of what's going to happen here. I'm going to talk a little bit about, first of all, what the fuck's going on at the moment with America, with the election. Not too much, just going to give a little breakdown on what's going on there and see what you think about this and what I think about it as well. And then I'm going to ask you for some advice. I need some advice. Basically, I'm in a little bit of not a situation, but I need a little bit of guidance on something that's happening to me at the moment. It's breaking me down. And then I thought, to cheer this all up, we're going to play a game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, I was going to play a game with the guest, Ghislaine, of course, but she obviously she's a little bit tied up at the moment. So we are just going to play this game by myself, and I think this is going to be an interesting segment of the podcast. And then finally, I'm just going to finish with a little old wife Tory. I mean, there's an old wife Tory somewhere. I think Boris Johnson's actually one. No, a wife story of a tale I have of something I did, which is I find it quite humorous. I thought I'd share it today with you. Just to show you what kind of terrible human being I am. So that's it. Hopefully the podcast won't be too long today. I'll keep it under 10 hours. First of all, I did mention at the beginning, Ghislaine obviously is pieing me off the bench. I think she's a little tied up, or she'll be tied up anyway soon. But I did a little bit of research on her and about the whole Epstein thing as well. And she has 8 siblings. Like, she has 8 brothers and sisters, which I found peculiar. That's obviously a huge amount of kids to have in one family. And if you do a little bit of research into their family, her father was quite a famous businessman himself and a publisher, and her mother is also like a famous scientist, I think, or I can't remember what she was, but their family are so successful in what they've done. Now, their father obviously was done for, not obviously, sorry, their father was done for fraud, for pensions fraud, and for doing all these shady deals in business. But he built up this business from the ground up, and he's basically achieved something. Although he's a fucking arsehole. And then her brothers and sisters have also all, successful businessmen. Some of them work in science as well. Some of them are in think tanks. It's funny, but she is like the youngest of the lot, and she is known as a socialite, or to put it into his interchangeable term, a child trafficker, basically. So these are, I think socialite was kind of given back in the 1920s, where you'd have these very rich women who, their fathers or their family were very rich, and they just presented them into society, and they would hang around with Hollywood stars, other rich businessmen, and would socialise, and that's where socialite comes from, essentially. But I find that fascinating that she's part of 8, a family of 9. She has 8 brothers and sisters. Because my grandparents, just to kind of interlink this, they also have a humongous amount of siblings themselves. My nana, she is one of 9 also, and she's like a middle child. My granddad is one of 17 from the same mother and father. One of 17. So it's, I mean, I kind of look at that and go, that's not a family, that's an army. That is a unit. You can get a 15-man team of rugby going from the 17 kids. But it is funny because I think when you have 17 brothers and sisters, you're not gonna love all of them. You got to hate some of them. You probably forget most of their names. And quite a funny story I was thinking about was when I was speaking to my grandparents last, which was what was it, like last week, when I went up there to cough on them for COVID. No, I mean, I spoke to them last when I went up to Aberdeen, which is where they're both from. And I was just speaking to my granddad, and my granddad sits there and he goes, Kelvin, you know Billy? I was like, oh, I mean, that's quite a disingenuous statement. Do I know Billy? I know a couple of Billys. He goes, no, you know my brother Billy? I was like, yeah. And he just casually goes, yeah, he died last week. I was like, your brother Billy died? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, look in the corner. And in the corner there was like a little photograph of him and Billy and his little hat from school. I was like, oh, so cute. He goes, yeah, died last week, just passed away in his sleep, just gone, done. And it gets to the point whereby I think when you have so many brothers and sisters, you got to stop caring. You've got if you're the youngest, which my granddad is, it would be expected for them all to pass away before him. I would think, but yeah, I mean, he literally is so casual about, yeah, Billy just died. Yeah, so all good. I was like, sound granddad, great. I do admire my, especially my granddad. His thought process on death. He is ready to go. He is in his 80s. He's in his 80s, but he's just happy. He's happy. He's made it this far, and he's quite healthy for his age. He's quite active, and he still lives by himself with my nana. They've been together for over 60 years, which is a fantastic amount of time. I don't think I'll even make it to 60 years, but they've been around for such a long time. But they are so used to death because they live in an area in Aberdeen whereby every month or 2 months, they're surrounded by old people essentially. So it's like it's not a care home because it's like homes in an area, and there's like a warden that in a community centre who looks after all of them. And it's quite populous with people in their late 70s, 80s, 90s. So they say that literally they wake up in the morning every month and there'll be an ambulance carting a dead body out of the building. And this actually happened to me about 5 years ago when I went over to their house, and an ambulance just turned up and they were like, oh, that's Ethel, that's her gone now. And they're literally just carting Ethel on a stretcher with the blanket over her face. And I was like, oh, great, cool. They're so casual about it. But my granddad especially, because he has no fear. I'm sure he does, but he has literally no fear. He's just like, yeah, sorted out the funeral, everything's sorted, will's all there. Kelvin, you know where the will is? I was like, yeah, I know where the will is. It's in the safe, Granddad. Yeah, okay, yeah. And he is so fine just by getting on with life. Like he doesn't care. He's ready to go. So it's funny because I think when we, people who are younger, when we think about death and not existing, it's the scariest thought in the world. You just think, Jesus, what am I? What happens to me? I think non-existence is one of the scariest things a human can ever think about, and death, the process of death itself. But they're funny, thinking about it themselves. I was going to say this is going to be a happy podcast, didn't I? Oh, how things have changed. But yeah, they are part of a huge family, and so is Ghislaine. Okay, her pet name is Jiz. No, her name is Ghislaine Maxwell. And I find it really strange that how anyone could have more than three children. Like how that happens, I have no idea. But fair enough. My grandparents are happy. What I am concerned about though, and this is a genuine concern, is that my grandparents altogether are a unit with their brothers and sisters of 26 people. Just them, just their children, just the children of my of their mum and dad. So 26 children in the north of Aberdeen, whereby Aberdeen is a city of about 300,000 people, I think. So 26 children, and they all have children, and then they all spread, and also they have brothers and sisters, and they have cousins. And it gets you thinking because they have quite common names. BT is quite a common name in Scotland, but Stephen is also a common name. This is both their names. My nan's maiden name is Stephen. I'm just thinking, names obviously change, and so do families, and I'm talking about 3 different generations here coming to me. There's another generation after me as well from my cousins. But if I go up to Aberdeen and say I go on a date with a girl from Aberdeen, and she traces back her family tree and she's based in Aberdeen her whole life, I could be fucking my cousin, my second cousin. That literally, that is a threat there of that. I could go up there and that could legitimately happen. And it's concerning because, I'm kind of scared to date girls from Aberdeen because, what happens if, I get married to her and, we start to have babies and the babies come out and they're playing banjos going like, bing, 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 bing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, what? Why? So I'm a Jeremy Kyle episode waiting to happen if I ever do meet a girl from Aberdeen and get with them and we have children. But, you've got to do what you got to do. You got to fuck your cousin, I'm joking, okay? Calm down. So yeah, that's so Ghislaine. She is why am I speaking? Oh, she's going to come on my podcast. Yeah, no, she pied off my podcast. The bitch, how dare she? That's the worst thing she's ever done in her entire life. So let's go to what's going on at the moment. What a fucking week it's been, isn't it? And it's not even directed to ourselves in the UK, but it's just to do with what's going on in America, isn't it? Just the whole votes and what's going on. Currently, Biden is leading the votes, 253 college votes to 214 of Trump, as projected by the BBC there. I think Biden will win it. But Trump is just not going to give it up, is he? He's an animal. He's a child. And I got linked a video today about this. So, if Donald Trump does not want to give up the presidency, he can literally just sit in the White House and refuse to move. That is a move he can actually use. Even though Biden will potentially win the election and get more votes, it's because it's a close election. Donald Trump can actually just sit in the White House and wait his time out. And there's actually quite a fascinating TED Talk that's on YouTube. You should check it out. It's a TED Talk by a guy called Van Jones. And he's a lawyer and an attorney, and he's also worked as a White House advisor, I think he said. And he basically, this video was released also, that he released was before the election. So before the election and anything that Trump did after. But he was basically saying that if it's quite close, what a president can do. And he basically states exactly what Trump has been doing. So he states there that how you can accuse the system of being frauded, about the postal votes, about how they are frauded as well, that you can not concede, that you will start a legal challenge with the Supreme Court. Everything in the process that Trump is currently following through with, this guy said you can do. Essentially what it means is, because Donald Trump is the current president and the House of Representatives, the Supreme Court is Republican, from what I know, I don't know American politics too much, is that Trump could lay in a strong challenge to legally keep him in office. And you've got to think that that's a bold move. And what Van Jones says is here is that a lot of parties, they concede. They say, when they've lost the election, every president has said, right, you've won, sorry, I'm out. But Donald Trump has not done that. He's literally just sitting there and he's saying, no, I'm going to win this election. Don't say this. And what Van Jones says is that presidents will concede, and that's the talk, because that's a very important talk, because it makes sure that their party concedes. The party says, look, we've lost, let's take our seats, let's go back to route one and have a think about what to do next. But also it puts people, their supporters, back in line to accept the government, because they have now stood down. So the supporters stand down and they say, right, okay, we need to accept this government. This is going to be the next 4 years, essentially. Obviously, there could be riots and there'll be protests. That does happen. But once they've conceded, the message, the idea is stopped, is gone. But what he says is that someone can just not concede, as is what Trump is doing. Just not bother conceding. And they can basically go through the legal route and accuse the whole election of being frauded, and that they have been robbed of the presidency, and they could hold it all up with litigation that could take months, years to go through. So it's really funny just listening to that TED talk, and I checked out some of the facts, and it is true that they can do this, and people miss this. So Trump does have, and he does seem to be that guy, isn't it? It's just like, no, I don't want to leave. I've got Melania in the back. I don't want to leave. I just want to chill out in the White House. Bring in a couple of porn stars, bring in Stormy Daniels, and just chill out. Just let's do another 4 years. Let's do another 4. Let's do another 4 years. Another 4. So it's quite interesting. I would definitely advise, or not advise, if you are kind of following all this, definitely check out this video. It's so interesting. It's just on how the video was released, when it was released, a week before the election itself, and what Trump is following is exactly the same of what this man Van Jones says. So the next week or two is going to be very interesting. But hey, the world's on fire anyway, so why not just put some more lighter fluid on it. The UK is currently on fire as well. Bars have opened back up in Scotland up till 6 p.m. where we can the Central Belt, where we can only serve non-alcoholic drinks and food till 6 p.m. That's good. That's great. I can't wait to go to a bar and have an orange juice. That'd be fantastic. Hi, can I have an orange juice, please? And actually, you know what? Make it 20 orange juices, please. Thank you. I want a sugar overdose. Talk about beer. I'm going to open up myself a beer. I've got myself a very expensive, independent pale ale here. It's called Heineken. It's called a Heineken. I completely missed the bin. I got really, really drunk last night. I drank quite a lot of my Havana 3 Ano. I don't know how to say that. Año? I know. My Spanish friends can tell me about that. You know who you are. So I was drinking my Havana, and I started watching Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. What a fantastic movie that is. Jesus Christ, it's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I sound like such a white guy. Great. That Heineken is really hoppy. Right. So, if you're listening to this, I need your advice. I need you. I've lived in my flat for just over 5 years now. Okay? 6 years. 5 years. We'll say 5. So 5 years I live in my flat. I live on the ground floor of the building. And I have neighbours from the back of the building to the side of me and also above. So three directions of neighbours. And the walls are quite thin here, so you can hear quite a lot, but you know what? We're respectful as neighbours. We there's no one here that's too noisy or anything like that. and I've not had a problem with anyone until now. So the neighbours upstairs, they used to be a couple, from what I know, and I don't really socialise with the neighbours that much. So I don't know too much about everyone here. So they used to be a couple, and I don't know how they did this. I don't know how this happened, but then they seem to have acquired a child. And I don't know how they did this. I don't know how this happened. Okay, but all of a sudden they've had this child, kind of like the Mandalorian found Yoda just chilling in a pram somewhere. They just acquired this child. Now the unfortunate thing with children is they grow up. Okay, that's I'm sorry, Peter Pan fans, but they do grow up. Okay. And they start to walk about and they run around and they make noise and they're the worst people in the world. I'm joking, but so the child upstairs is obviously getting bigger. I would assume that's maybe 2-3 years old. I'm going to call the child Satan. No, I'm going to call the child. We'll call him Kronos. So Kronos. Kronos is starting to run. Now, I can hear every step they take when they run. It's boom, 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 boom. And it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and it carries on till 10 o'clock at night. Like, this kid is up all day, putting in the miles. They are running. They're currently not running at the moment. I think they're out. But when they're in, they run a lot. Now, I'm a very rational guy, okay? I understand raising a child is shite, okay? It's a burden, it's horrible. You love the child, but you also don't love the child. You accept the child for running around and pooping you out, but you also think, you know what? Can we not have the child for now? Can we just have a break? I understand, and I want to reiterate here. I am not blaming the parents. I am not blaming the child. I hate it. I'm not blaming these guys for this. Okay, I understand that children need to run around. They need to, they're just, you can't control them. It's impossible. So I understand this is the process of life. I understand this completely. However, it can get annoying if you hear the same noise, boom, 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 all the time. And for me, I'm quite accepting. I am, as I say, I'm quite rational, accepting. I will accept if this is going on upstairs. I will just, get on with my life and carry on. But it's getting to the point whereby it first started a couple of months ago, where you hear it for the first time and you go, oh, they must have a child round. Oh, okay, that's really cute. And then you hear it the next day, and you hear it the next day, and they go, okay. All right, okay, that's fine. Maybe on holiday, maybe there's a holiday child. You get those rent a child. You rent a child for a week just to see, what it does. Maybe poke it a little bit, see, what it eats, what it drinks. Give it a beer. So the child's, running around for a bit, and this happened for the first couple of weeks, and I was like, okay, obviously there's a child living upstairs. Damn it! So then that's when the child got his name of Kronos. And for me, it's a noise and it's annoying, but I don't let it get to me. But I think the thing is that when you hear it again, and then you hear it again, and then it continues and it continues, and you as a person, you kind of think, oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. It's like a problem with myself, obviously, because I hear the noise, and it's not, and I'm saying this, it's not hugely it's not hugely abruptive in that it disturbs my day, it disturbs my sleep. It's just, you can hear it there. So this continued on for until now. Essentially, this has gone on, and I was discussing with my friends, actually the friend who's meant to be on the podcast today, Ghislaine. I was talking to my friend about this. And she had the same problem, and it's a difficult one, because how does one address this? How does one almost solve this? Because if I'm going to play the waiting game, I'm going to be hearing this for the next 16 years. The kid's going to be running around. So And I can see the problem being that, I can't go up to these people and be like, hey, by the way, I see your child. Can you just like stop the running? Can you just pick your child up? Maybe put them on a hammock and just leave them there. I don't. That's not rational. That doesn't make sense to me. And also, it's a terrible paradox in that I say that because I look like the complete arsehole, because I am. I'm saying to this couple, who are parents, who are having a child, which are probably going through a lot more stress than I am. And, they're up all night looking after the kid and feedings and all this malarkey to keep Kronos alive. So for me to go up there and just be like, oh, by the way, I know you're doing all that, but can you just lift the kid up, or can you give it a skateboard, or I don't know, something like that? Then it just makes me look like the biggest prick in the world, which, I am. So confronting them about this is ultimately the only way to solve it, because I can't just go up there and leave a note, and be like, oh, by the way, but I don't know how to confront this. And I was talking to my friend yesterday, and she said that you can ask them to put carpets down if they've got a hardwood flooring, because that's probably what's doing it. But again, is that not like a bit of a bullshit move, whereby you just go up there and go, hey, by the way, can you buy some fucking carpets, please? Like, I don't think it's not a move to go by. It's not a strong play. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle here. Because the noise itself is, as I say, it's not abruptive, but it is distracting. And it does happen quite late at night. I mean, the kid, Kronos, is up at 10 o'clock at night, destroying the floors. Like, Kronos, man, chill out, have a beer. Like, what the hell are you doing? So it's a funny situation to be in. I don't know. I really don't know. And that's why I'm asking you. So if you have any suggestions, just give me a message, leave a comment, subscribe to KBeatBot if you want. Just subscribe. Just leave a comment, because I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck to do. I might have to move out. And then maybe move into a place which is a nursery upstairs. So, yeah, if you've got any advice for me, let me know. Okay, let's cheer this up. It's meant to be a happy podcast. We're meant to have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So, I kind of, you remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you don't, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is essentially, you're asked 15 questions on any subject, and there are multiple choice answers of 4. Obviously, 1 is the correct answer. And every time you get one right, you win more money. But there's like checkpoints between, I think, 1,000 and 32,000, and then 1 million. But if you lose, if you get an answer wrong, in between those checkpoints, then you lose everything and you get to the lowest checkpoint. So if I'm on the £16,000 question and I get it wrong, I only win 1,000. And if I'm on the £500,000 question, I get that wrong, I go back down to 32,000. And you have 3 lifelines. You have 50-50, ask the audience, and phone a friend. I just had an idea. So you have like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, okay? Can you imagine like if it was the opposite way around? So obviously Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is developed to give you money, is to give you wealth, give you £1 million essentially. That's the enticement of it. Can you imagine if it was the other way around? So instead of them giving you money, the TV show instead said, right, give us all your stuff. So you go to this TV show and they go, right, okay, we need all your stuff. We need all your possessions, all your house, your television, your children, everything. And they sit there and they go, right, okay, so you have to answer a question for each thing to get back. So the £100 question will be your television. The £250,000 question will be your house. Your £1 million question will be your kids. Can you imagine the husband and wife are just sitting there and they're going, I mean, we should aim for the house. We can leave the kids. The kids can be left, but we should aim for the house. Just, please make the 250. Please make the 250. So anyway, sorry, that was just me on a tangent. Okay, so I'm going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. There is an online game. So you just type in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire online game, and it takes you through to this website. And you can change it from USA to UK to Russian, and I think it's Ukrainian. Why would it be Russian and Ukrainian? That's a bit weird. Okay. So I'm going to play this on here. And I'm going to play a little game as well on the side, because the 3 lifelines are 50-50, ask the audience to phone a friend. Now, obviously, with this game itself, it'll simulate the phone a friend, but I'm actually going to phone a friend. And I was also thinking, why don't I try and make someone's day by phoning up a random business? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this game on here, and it gives you like a certain amount of time to answer each question. Also, I want to question as well, because you know when you sit there and you go, God damn it, those questions are so easy. I'm the same. I look at a TV show and I go, God, those questions are so easy. I could definitely do that. So I'm going to see how far I can get with this. I'm going to predict I'm probably going to get to about 1,000. That's about it. But I'll take £1,000. I will play Chris Talent as Chris Talent, Mr. Talent. No, I'm Chris Tarrant, the host as well. So what's going to happen is I'm going to phone a friend when I need an answer, and I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. And I'll phone a friend, and hopefully someone will give me an answer for it. And then I'm going to phone up a random restaurant or business, and I'm going to see if they give me an answer. And how we'll play it is obviously, because obviously they're not going to know who I am. I'm not going to call up a restaurant I know. I'm going to call up a business I don't know, and see if they answer for me. Because I want them to kind of feel like they're on a game show, and they've got someone in the hot seat. There's actually there's some money on the line, and they have to give an answer. Otherwise, this person loses the money after 30 seconds. I want to see how someone reacts to that, just being put on the spot. But let's get the game going. Let's have a look. So let's reload it. Okay. Who Wants to Be Like This? So you can find this game on the website. Okay. It should have noise. I should have sound. Marvin Gaye. Right. Okay. So it goes straight into the first question. Okay. So there should be a noise somewhere. I think it'll come when I'm done. Okay, so the first question, so as I said, it's 15 questions. The questions get considerably harder each level. I'll play host as well. You can play at home as well. I'll give you the answers at the end, okay? These are easy. What do you think you will get? Do you think you will reach... I think I'll reach... I'll be realistic. 8,000. I think I could do 8. What do you think you can reach? Do you think you can reach 1 million? Do you think you can reach 14? Play along at home as well. Okay, first question we've got up here. I think the noise will come through after the first question. First question is, which box contains a basic kit for emergency treatment of injuries? Is it A, toolbox, men, B, first aid box, C, vanity box, or D, duty box? Is it A, B, C, or D? Well, Chris, I think that is B, first aid box. Ah, there's noise, okay. Yeah, I got it right. Number 2. Attila was king of which people? Fuck. A, Goths. B, Vandals. C, Franks. D, Huns. I actually don't know. Attila. Goths, no. Vandals, Franks, Huns. I'm going to go Huns. Huns? Huns is correct. Huns was correct. Thank you. Did you get that? In New York, what was Sing Sing? Sorry, I'm really confused. What was Sing Sing? A theatre school. B, a church. C, a prison. D, a bank. I have no fucking idea. Do you know that? Do you know? I have no fucking idea. What the hell? In New York, what was Sing Sing? As in singing. Sing Sing. It sounds like a theatre. I'm going to go ask the audience. I'm going to ask the audience. I don't know. Ask the audience. I've done 72.5% C. 72.5. Okay. C, prison. Let's go then. C for prison, apparently. That was right. I've already used a lifeline and I've only got £500, right? So this is the thousands, the checkpoint. A tattler is a person who particularly likes to do what? Complain, lie, gossip, or eat. A tattler tale, I think. So A, complain, B, lie, C, gossip, D, eat. I mean, a fatler is someone like to eat, but I'm going to say gossip. Do you think it's gossip? I'm going to say gossip. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! £1,000. £1,000. We've got it. Oh, the serious music comes up now. What is the name of the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Oh, I know this one. I think, is it A, Cyrano, B, D'Artagnan, C, Figaro, D, Quasimodo? Those are all my middle names. I think that's actually all the kids that live upstairs. Cyrano, D'Artagnan, Figaro, and Quasimodo. What do you think? I think it's Quasimodo, isn't it? We've all seen the Disney movie. Notre Dame's actually no longer a thing anymore, it's on fire. But I'm going to go D. D, Quasimodo, Chris. Is it right? Come on, for the boys. Yes! Right. Which cartoon character is associated with the word Cowabunga? Cowabunga. A, Pikachu. B, Butthead. C, Bart Simpson. D, Cartman. Cowabunga. Cartman. What do you think it is? Do you know this? I do know this, I think. The Simpsons have really declined in quality in the last 20 years, but Cowabunga, I think, is from Bart Simpson. I'm going to go with Bart Simpson. Is that what you think? Or is it Pikachu? Pikachu, Cowabunga. I don't know. I'm not doing voices. C, Bart Simpson. I'm going to C, Bart Simpson. Dun, dun, dun. Yes! Okay, good. Good. Okay. Got that right. According to the title of a novel by J.D. Salinger, where was the catcher? In the corn, in the rye, in the rice, in the wheat. I have no idea. This is for 8,000. This is what I said. Oh, shit. I don't know. Do you know? J.D. Salinger. I've got 50-50 phone a friend. Right, I'm going to go 50-50. Let's do 50-50. Oh, it's timed. Oh, I'm timed. Well, I don't know, so I'm going to phone a friend anyway if I don't know. It's between in the corn and in the rye, A and B. According to the title of a novel by J.D. Salinger, where was the catcher? In the corn, in the rye. Time is over. Okay, sorry, my time is over. Oh, they've deleted the question. Oh. Right, okay, I never knew it was timed, but what I'll do, I'll phone a friend in the rye. Apparently it's in the rye. J.D. Salinger, the catcher in the rye. What did they say? I'm going to phone a friend, and I'm actually going to phone a friend. Who's out? I'm getting off shift early. You want to meet earlier, or I can go home back for 6 hours. Just meet you as usual. I'll call my friend Ron. This will be funny. I never call people, so if I call him, I hope he picks up. I'll put the music on, so at least. Right, okay, whatever. Just answer anything. The voice box isn't referred as Adam's Apple. Right. I'll give him a call right now. Let's see. Oh, no, he might be driving home, actually.
Alright.
Hi, mate. I need your help with something. I'm currently on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I'm on a 50-50, and I'm gonna call the friends. So you've got 20 seconds. The novel by J.D. Salinger referred to the catcher as what? Is either in the rye or in the corn. Which one is it? I've got
In the rye.
Are you sure? I've got 5 seconds. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Bye. You actually got it right as well. Thank you, Ron. If you listen to this, Ron, you got me right. You won me £8,000. Thank you, Ron. I'll buy you a pint later on. Fantastic. Right. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time, This time, we're going to phone a business. How do I take the timer off? Can I take the timer off? Remember your intelligence. The game is 15. I'm just trying to. Oh, yeah. I want to take the timer off. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. Well, you know what? Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. You're a good friend. You know you're in the right. I think he might have Googled it. I want to know. I'm going to see him later on, so I want to know if he Googled it. All right, let's do this. Right, next game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. First question. Which of these words means a person who travels widely? A. Plane thopper. B. World skipper. C. Globetrotter. Or D. Earth tripper. I mean, I think that's C. Globetrotter, isn't it? Is that C. Globetrotter? We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Oh, the music's not on. Sorry. Be good if I put the music on. Number 2. Which word means to show shyness by becoming red in the face? A. Blurb. B. Blurt. C. Blunt. James Blunt. D. Blush. I'm gonna go with D. Blush. Let's. I think that's the one, isn't it? Or is it blurt? Blush. Let's go blush. Fucking got it right. £300. Next question. Which of these is a popular food? A. Trouser onion. B. Thai turnip. C. Jacket potato. Right. D. Shirt spinach. How they come up with these questions is fantastic. I don't know about you, but I think it's a jacket potato. Do you think? I'm just thinking it is. Jacket potato, come on. Yes! That's £500. I really need this money, by the way. This is going to go towards the best podcast in the world. Worst podcast in the world, as exclaimed by Ghislaine Maxwell. The word ma'am is a contradiction of which words? A. Mother. B. Milady. C. Mistress. D. Madame. It's a contradiction. Contraction. Sorry, a contraction. Okay, and that's madam, isn't it? It's madam. So a contraction is madam. It's got to be madam. Come on. Yes. We're on the serious question now. £1,000. What name is given to an open-sided vehicle which delivers milk? Oh, right. A. A hover. B. Bob. C. Drift. D. Float. Which one do you think it is? I know which one it is. I think it's float. I think it's a float. A milk float. A milk float. A milk bob. A milk float. A bob milk. We're going to float. Come on. We won £2,000. Did you get that right? Dry ice is a solid form of which gas? A. Chlorine. B. Nitrogen. C. Carbon dioxide. D. Ammonia. Yeah, I mean, if you put ammonia in someone's drink, if you're a bartender, you use a lot of dry ice, I think. You would know about it. So D. Ammonia is definitely it, because you want to paralyze the person. I'm going to go B. Nitrogen, I think. From what I know. I could be right. I could be wrong. Dry ice. Nitrogen freezes at a very low temperature, doesn't it? It's intriguing. Nitrogen. Is it nitrogen? I'm going nitrogen. Do you think it's nitrogen? Nitrogen. We've not used a lifeline yet, by the way. Not used a lifeline. That was wrong. It was carbon dioxide. Fucking hell. Right. We'll do one more game and we'll call the restaurant, or call the restaurant now. We'll call the we'll call a restaurant now. Let's just find the music for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and we'll pretend we're on it. Anyway, so Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. Sorry, I just moved the mic there. Okay, I'm just going to Google restaurants in, but I've already got it here. Oh no, I hate doing this kind of thing, but fuck it, why not? Right, Browns. I might know someone there. That's the thing. I'm going to call a restaurant, but I might know someone there. I don't want really to recognise who I am. Oh no. We'll call them. No, we'll call them. We'll call them. Oh no, this is going to be bad. This is not going to go well. I need to put on my game show host voice. Oh, right. No, that's not right. No, that's the intro, isn't it? Sorry, just bear with me a second. I'm just trying to get the right music on. So, right, this is it. Yeah, I've got it. The 64 to 500. Yeah, this one. That's it. This one. Oh, this is going to go so horribly bad. But fuck it, you know. I can't believe someone's going to answer this. They're going to be like, what the fuck's going on? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually the end of the number.
Thank you for calling Fazenda. We are currently only accepting pre-booked reservations, which you can make on our website, fazenda.co.uk. There you will also be able to find our reservation terms, COVID-19 safety measures, and frequently asked questions. For any other inquiry, please stay on the line, and one of the members of our team will be with you shortly.
Yes.
Alternatively, if you would like to leave a voicemail with your inquiry,
no.
Please press 1.
Here we go.
We'll get back to you as soon as...
Yeah, come on.
Hello, Fazenda. Lisa speaking. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. My name is KBeatBot. I'm calling from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire here. Who am I speaking to, sorry?
My name is Lisa.
Hi, Linda. I've got your friend on the line here, and they need help with a question here. It's for £64,000. So we'll put 30 seconds on the clock. You just need to give the right answer. Is that okay? I'm going to pass you over to them just now.
Okay.
Hi there. So the question is, how many siblings does Ghislaine Maxwell have? Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7? How many siblings does Ghislaine Maxwell have? I've got 10 seconds. Hello? Oh. She listened to the whole question. What the... Oh. She listened to the whole question and hung up. Oh. I feel bad, but I mean, that is kind of funny. Oh my god, that was so funny. Should I do that again? To be honest, it is a Saturday and it's an afternoon, so they will be busy, so I am wasting the time, but I can just imagine, if they gave an answer, they'd be like, okay, it's C6. And then they obviously perplexed about this, and they go, shit, this is for £64,000. And they actually go and get on their phone and just quickly Google how many siblings that she has, and it comes up with 9, and they go, oh, what? I gave the wrong answer. No, even though the right answer was even there in the first place. So. Oh, right. Final game. I'll call a friend this time. I'll call a random friend this time. Okay. Let's turn that music off. So. Shut up. Okay, final game. Who wants to be a millionaire? First question. What name is given to powdered tobacco which is sniffed instead of smoked? A. Sniff. B. Stuff. C. Stiff. I am. D. Snuff. It's going to be D. Snuff, isn't it? Is it D. Snuff? This here is D. Snuff. I swear, if I get a call back from that restaurant, I'm waiting for another call back. Right, next one. Complete the title of the TV series Little House on the A. Prairie, B. Creek, C. Gulch, D. Ranch. I mean, I think it's A. Prairie, isn't it? A. Prairie? I've only won £4,000 as well. That's the most I've won. This is the one we try and win. Tries and win, so we'll use the lifelines. What name is given to the control column in an aircraft? What? The control column. A. Lipstick. B. Joystick. C. Walking stick. D. Drumstick. I mean, on some Ryanair aircraft, it may as well be lipstick, because you might fall out of the sky. I'm gonna say B. Joystick. Joystick. That's a joystick, isn't it? Yeah, it's B. I'm questioning myself. It's B. It's joystick. Okay. Oh, they've given me the same one as before. A tattler is a person who particularly likes to gossip. We already know that. Okay, we're winning already. We're getting free. We're cheating. Okay. 1,000, guess. Yeah. What was the name of the old slave written about Harriet Beecher Stowe? Uncle Ben, Uncle Tom, Uncle Sam, Uncle Jim. I do know this. It's Uncle Ben, isn't it? It's Uncle Ben, but I'm not completely... I'm going to use 50-50. I'm going to use 50-50 because I think it's Uncle Ben. 50-50 has been used... Right, go on. Use it. I've used 50-50. Right, it's going to be Uncle Ben, Uncle Tom. I'm going to say Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben. Is it Uncle Ben? I'm sure, God, if I'm wrong. It's Uncle Tom. Oh, I suck. Okay, well, that'll leave it there. Shall I call one more friend? I'm going to call one more friend and just see if who wants to go and do a segment on your podcast. Ron, you've cottoned on to what I'm doing. You clever little boy. Okay, I'm going to call one more friend. Let's see who I've got. You know what? I'm going to call Ghislaine Maxwell, or the person who's meant to be on a podcast. See if they want to be. Let's give her a ring. Oh, plus we can. You're meant to answer the phone for. You're meant to be at the phone at all times for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't think they're answering. Do you think that ever happened? It must happen all the time where they're just like, you know, you don't answer. Let's see. Who can I call? I'm just looking through my friends and seeing who I can call. I'll call this person. I'm going to call my friend from Aberdeen. See if she wants to be part of it. She likes to chat though, so I don't know if she'll... Oh.
Hello.
Hi there, it's Kelvin here.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I can't chat for too long. I'm playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you're my phone friend, so...
Oh, cool. Okay, that's fine. Good choice.
Right, no it's not. Okay, anyway, the question is... Okay, we've got 30 seconds, I'll need to hang up, okay? The question is... Ghislaine Maxwell is part of a large family. How many siblings does she have? Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7? You got 10 seconds.
I have absolutely no idea, so I'm going to say 4.
4?
Yeah, I've
Okay,
got no idea.
it's for £32,000, but okay, thank you. So you think 4? Okay.
Okay.
Right, thanks anyway. Right, bye. You just lost me. You know who you are. Okay, I don't know if I want to name her, but you know who you are. You just lost me you lost me £16,000. You must feel guilty. It is 9. I know that wasn't an option, but you should have known better. I'm going to feel bad because she might actually Google that and she might text me going, "It's 9!" I'm like, oh no. You should play this at home with your friends. I think it's funny. Just do it to random restaurants and bars and businesses. See if they act. I want to get a good reaction. Maybe we should do it another time. See what kind of reaction we get. I'm liking this music. It's a good vibe, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Can't believe that. That's so funny. Okay, so that's the end of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We'll leave it there. But I had some fun there. That was fun. I kind of wanted to, because obviously this podcast was kind of just done quite quickly because I basically had to make it out of nowhere, so that's why we're playing that shit game for a bit. So I just wanted to end it on a story that, so you guys get to know me a little bit better, even though all of you know me quite well, of my 2 listeners, which is myself and my other computer that plays this. She just texted me. Did you mean to call me? Sorry, that's just the person who's meant to be on here. Did you mean to call me? So I'm gonna tell a story, and this story involves myself, and it is embedded with an old wives' tale. And the old wives' tale is in the story itself, in that it involves deception, but also cunning. Now, to give you a bit of backstory, I was in a relationship a long time ago, for a very long time, when I was young. I was with this person for, pardon me, sorry, it's the beer. I was with them from when I was 18 to when I was about 23, 24, so quite a long time, almost 6 years. And I was in a relationship, and I just, because it was my first ever relationship, I wasn't that happy. I was just kind of, I was a young guy, I was working in bars, I was quite good looking, and I liked to go out, I liked to have a couple of beers with the boys and everything. And I worked a lot, because I liked working in the bar, and also I just didn't want to not be cruel, but I just didn't want to be hanging around with her too much. And she I'm not going to say it's her fault either. She's a really good girl. She's really a really good girl. So there's nothing wrong with her. It was just me. I was the arsehole in the relationship. And I worked a lot in the bars, and I would usually work nights because that's when it's busy. And I rarely had nights off, and if I did have a night off, I just wanted to kind of chill out and just sleep. So I had like a day off coming up, which was a Wednesday. In this situation, this is what happened. It was a Wednesday, and my girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Oh, we should make it a date night. So we should go out for dinner. We should go do some things. We'll go hang out, and watch a movie." I was like, I don't really want to go out for dinner, but you know what? Why don't we just stay in, get a takeaway, and watch some movies, and we can hang out, whatever, And she was like happy with that. I was like, cool. And it was like a 2 weeks, it was like booked 2 weeks in advance. Booked. You have to book in time now with your girlfriend. We lived together as well, so it wasn't like I wasn't seeing her. It was just like, it was just to spend some quality time together. But I didn't really want to. I mean, I was just kind of like, I don't really care. Like, I'll do it, but I don't. I'm not overly fussed. Anyway, the night came along, and I think I was working in the day. I was working in the daytime, 9 till 5, and I had the night free. It was like the first night I probably had free in about 2 weeks. And I'm sitting there, and it gets about 7 o'clock, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, what should we get? We should get a takeaway." I was like, "Oh, just whatever you want. Just get what the hell you want. It's fine." And I get a text message from one of my friends, and the text message says, "Hey mate, are you coming out?" Now, in my mind, I was like, "Look, I 100% would love to go out. I would much rather go out than be here watching movies with her." Again, I'm not saying she's the bad. I'm the arsehole. I wanted to go out and speak to the boys and hang out and get beers and get drunk. And I got a text message, and it's like, "Hey mate, you need to come out. It's me," and it was like a few of the boys, and we haven't hung out together for a very long time, and when we do, it's hilarious. And it's always it's always that kind of conundrum where like you promise to do one thing and then something great happens on the other time, where it could be any other day in the week where all the boys could hang out, but they had to pick this Wednesday. Pardon me. I was like, I can't, man. I've got to stay. I promised the girlfriend. I really want to. I can't. And then I start getting text messages from all the other boys, and they were like, "Oh, look who we're hanging out with," and they started showing me like, it was like 12 of them having a great time, having beers in this like pub, and they had all these girls around them, and I was like, "Oh," and they would tell me all about it. And I was sitting there, I was like going, how do I get out of this? This is when it implants the idea of like, how to get out of date night, whereby my girlfriend expects me to be here with her. Actually, I'll put that wrong. Doesn't expect me. It is kind of my duty to do this for her. We haven't really spent quality time in a long time. And I was just like, what the hell am I going to do? And they started sending me pictures of them having these good times and everything. I was like, gee, it had to be. So I remember going to the fridge, and we had like a bottle of white wine in the fridge. And I open up the fridge, and I look where the white wine is, and I can see there's like milk, which I have for my cereal in the morning. And I see the milk is, almost all gone. I was like, right. I was like, okay, maybe I'll need to get some more milk. And whilst I'm getting the bottle of wine, the old wife story comes into my head. I'm thinking, maybe this could work. So I go up to my girlfriend, and I'm just playing it off. I'm just playing it off as in like going, "Oh, imagine if we went out tonight." I just put a question out there, as you do, and she went absolutely mental. She was like, "What do you mean if we went out tonight? What do you mean if we went for your drinks or something?" I was like, we could go for a drink at a bar, whatever. And she's like, "Oh, no. I can see you on the phone. You're talking to the boys." I was like, "Okay, fine. We'll stay. We'll spend that time." So I put the question to her, and she refused it. So this is entirely her fault. With that in mind, I said to her, "Look, I need to go out and get some milk, okay? Because I need my cereal in the morning. I've got work in the morning. I need to have, my breakfast. Is there anything you want from the shop?" She went, "No, just get the milk." She went, "No, just get the milk." And we live just next to a shop, just downstairs. I was like, fine. My idea was, I'll go down to the shop quickly, and I'll run to the pub, which is about 5-10 minutes walk away from me. I'll run there, go see the boys, shake some hands, say hello, see the boys and just have a chat, maybe have a quick pint, and then go back, after about half an hour. So I could do this in about half an hour space. I can do this, and I can get away with it. I thought, I can get away with that, but that'll be fine. So I say, right, okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. And I'm going outside in my joggers and a t-shirt. You know, like, we're just going out, just getting packed up. So I do this. I run to the pub. I'm in my joggers and my t-shirt. I see the boys. It's like, yeah. And honestly, it's a great time they're having. I could see they're loving life. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And they were like, oh, get me a drink. I was like, you know what, just make it a quick half. Like, I'm just going to have a quick half. I'm going to go. They're like, no. And then the usual happens when you go out for literally a quick half, in that they buy you shots and they make you feel bad. Peer pressure. They say, come on, Jägerbomb, Sambuca, Samuel Buca, yeah, Tina Tequila. And I was sitting there, I was like going, oh God, oh no. And an hour passed by, and I didn't even want to look at my phone, so I switched it off because I knew the destruction, the Hiroshima bomb that was willing to explode on my phone. Anyway, I obviously go out with the boys. At this point, I'm fucked. I'm absolutely hammered. And I remember I was so drunk. We went to like some nightclub. We went to, I think, Korova in Aberdeen, which is like a indie rock night there. And it was a good night at that time. It was like a student night, but also like good music, and that's where everyone went. We went there, and I got absolutely hammered. I was in the casino, and it was 4 a.m. at this point. I was like, oh shit. I need to go home. Like, I need to reevaluate life. I need to pack my bags. So I said to the boys, I was like, I need to go home. You know, the night's over anyway. So I started walking home. I was like, I just need to get one thing. And then I walk home, and I could see my flat. It's on the first floor of the buildings. And I see my flat, and I can see the lights are on. And it's 4 a.m, so I know if the lights are on, then there's a problem. So I come upstairs, and I'm absolutely blootered. My shirt's like hanging off me, my trousers like hanging off me, and my eyes are like looking in 5 different directions. I'm fucked. And I slowly, even though I know she's up, I just kind of try to sneak in the front doors. You know, everyone is in the house. They're just waiting for you to walk in. But I'm still trying to sneak in because I think I'm a ninja. I'm drunk and I'm a ninja. So I slowly put the key in. And I slowly turn it. And as soon as I'm turning the key, the door, goes wide open. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh God, here we go. I remember just coming in. And it's like, where have you been? I was like, she went, what were you doing? And she goes, what's that in your hand? I said, it's a pint of milk. Because I covered my ass before I went to the shops and got a pint of milk. And so that kind of shows you that, you may have an agenda on your mind, but the true purpose of getting a pint of milk really could be going out with the boys and getting absolutely fucked. I probably told that story completely wrong, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't sleep in the bed for about a week. After that, we kicked off. We still stayed together for another, I think, 3.5 years after that happened, but it just shows you how people can be miserable and still stay together. So that's my milk story. And that actually happened. And I remember someone telling me that milk story. It wasn't exactly that detailed. It was literally just like, I'm going out for a pint of milk, get a pint, come back, got a pint of milk. That's literally it. And I embodied that in an actual situation. So, fellas, if you're ever thinking, you know what, I'm going for a pint with the boys, just pop out for a pint of milk. Pop out for some bread. Just pop out to the shop. And make sure you bring back the milk or the bread, though. So then you've covered your ass. On that note, I'm going to leave the podcast here. Thank you so much for listening. This was actually a bit more fun. I've enjoyed this one. I will be getting a guest on next week, I hope. Or it might not be next week, it might be in the next coming time anyway. But yeah, someone will come on so I can have a conversation. And yeah, if you want to come on yourself, let me know. I don't care. I am open. You can come on, say what the fuck you want. And I'll probably judge you. So I'll leave you with that. I'm probably going to go upstairs and kill Kronos. And thank you. And hopefully I won't get any phone calls from any restaurants about Ghislaine Maxwell. enjoy the rest of your week and stay safe. Thank you.